Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for WrestleMania 41. But before we get into that, let's get the house cleaning out of the way. Shall I to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into a YouTube career. I will greatly appreciate it. All that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So first, for those who normally watch, I do not have the blankets and the couch around me this time. I am on my patio. And that is because, well, during this lovely WrestleMania weekend, my house flooded. Well, my apartment. It's not a house yet. Hopefully, I get one in a couple years. But yeah, my apartment flooded, and the fans are in my apartment right now, so it's really loud in there, and I can't turn them off until I go to sleep. But yeah, so that's why we are having this outside, and we're probably going to be having the next few videos outside, and it's a nice little setting over here. We might hear some kids playing at the playground that's over there, but hey, it is what it is. But let's get into the show properly, shall we? So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I couldn't do a night 1 and a night 2 review. We're gonna merge them in here together, and overall I really liked this year's WrestleMania. Sure, some of the matches did not feel like a WrestleMania match, like El Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix. Not completely their fault. Creative for the most part, even though it was Rey Mysterio versus El Grande was pretty hurtful, but Rey gets hurt on the SmackDown before. Maybe don't have your talent perform on the week right before WrestleMania, just so we can guarantee they make the show. What's some other ones? LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. The build wasn't a WrestleMania type match, but that match felt like a WrestleMania match. Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry, sure, but the pop that Joe Hendry got to me made it worth it. So yeah, there were some matches on this card that, again, the build up into it didn't feel like Mania, but I do feel like some of them did feel like Mania once we got into it. What were my two favorite matches of the weekend? Oddly enough, it was the two, well, not oddly, I don't know why I said oddly, partly because I've been critical about the booking of these storylines, is Night 1, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I like the realism that they went into the match with. It just really felt like they talked to each other backstage saying, hey, look, we've said a lot to each other. I'm sure you want to hit me. I kind of want to hit you. Let's just really lay it in there because the audience also expects it as well. And therefore, they did that. And again, it just added a lot to it. Out of all the matches, it felt the most real. I felt like they were really hitting each other. You saw us all talking about it afterwards online too. It's like, Tiffany Stratton lost some teeth. And then, of course, she had to post up going, I have all my teeth, guys. I'm good. I was like, damn it. Could have been something we had in common. Yeah, I know y'all were thinking of it. But yeah, I thought they just had a really, really good match. It was a good little barn burner, little farce, if you will. Yeah, and they were just really laying their stuff in. And again, I appreciate that. And of course, the women's triple threat match that opened, it's definitely in contention for one of the best openers to WrestleMania ever. I have not seen every Mania yet, so I can't claim it. But it is up there for me. It is possibly, personally, my favorite opener that I have ever seen. I've never seen a match that just really set the tone to the show overall. Speaking of how the shows looked overall, I really like how they really tried to make the shows very differently from Night 1 to Night 2. Night 1, we had the card graphics, and also Night 1, the stage was gold, and it would look like an actual building. Night 2, we had the purple graphics with the actual face-offs, and the stage was purple. So I do like that. Maybe next year we get those animatronics, depending on how much money is at that time, but maybe we get the animatronics within it where the stage moves a little bit, so there is a little bit more of a differences between Night 1 and Night 2, again, to really make the shows feel different. So yeah, my two favorite matches of the weekend from Night 1, Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, and the women's triple threat match. Really like that Io got the win as well. The story called for that. It's sad that her streak is now over. Bianca Belair, I think she could have really handled it. But hey, we got Jade Cargill, who's undefeated now. She's 1-0, or 2-0 now, because at 40, she was in the 6-women tag. And Tiffany Stratton is 1-0 too. So we do have options. I do think WWE needs a streak. And I do think it will also be beneficial to do it with a lady this time as opposed to another guy. Because if you do another guy, then they automatically get, compared to Undertaker. And, that's just a lot of pressure to put on that person. Not that, they can't. And not even to say a woman doesn't get compared to Undertaker as well once they get to 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. But I just think we'll easily accept it more as a fan base if we go into that. As for the other world title matches, Jey Uso versus Gunther, it was fun for what it was. Slow start for me personally. And as for the WWE title match, I like the slow, methodical pace to it. I like what John Cena did. I like how he came out to all black. Then no, you get nothing, absolutely nothing. Went back to 1980s when it came to the moves really slow. Me and my dad actually debate about the structure of the match quite a bit because he was like, I hate it. I thought that was a horrible match, even with Travis Scott showing up. And I was like, no, I thought it was actually pretty good until Travis Scott showed up. And even with Travis Scott in it, I didn't mind it. A lot of people say it doesn't make any sense. Yes, it felt a little bit random at the time, but at the same time, I also thought, you know, they have been calling back to it a lot on commentary. But yeah, I think overall the disappointment is that The Rock didn't show up. And I think I just came to a point, because I've said this on a couple of other videos as well, is that, look, the build to John Cena versus Cody Rhodes is going to be better than the actual match itself, because, you know, Cena knows why he's doing this farewell tour. He knows he can't go like he used to. So, yeah, within that, and also, you know, knowing The Rock's schedule, why? Because if he's going to show up to WrestleMania, he's showing up to WrestleMania to wrestle. And if he wasn't going to wrestle, then he probably wasn't going to show up at all, which is why Travis Scott was put into the position that he is in. And again, it's fine. It was overall fine. I like the main event. I like that Cena got 17. And I like that it pissed a lot of people off. Your bad guy won. If your bad guy wins, then you should not feel happy when WrestleMania ends. Now, can this easily get into, you know, what's happening on Wednesdays with the Death Rider storyline? Sure, but to me, the Death Rider storyline is warranted to have the negative reaction saying it was horrible booking and all that. It's because the storyline has just gone on too long. Yeah, sure, your bad guy needs to get wins, and, you know, you need your people to feel, you know, helpless, which means when the good guy does win and the timing is right, then you do it. You know, Swerve should have won at Dynasty. This right here, to me, this is only chapter 2 in this 10-month chapters that we are dealing with, because again, I do think Cena is turning back to babyface by the time we do get to SummerSlam. I don't see him staying heel all the way through. And for what it was, I'm all for it. And now you would assume we're doing Orton versus Cena at Backlash. That's going to be even slower. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I am not really ready to say this is horrible decision making. WWE should have never done this yet, because we have yet to see it through. We are still very much in Act 1. Again, it's only Chapter 2. There's a lot of pages in this book, and especially for the final chapter that it is, I'm willing to let me take them on the ride for it. So yeah, overall, to me, WrestleMania 41 was a good show. I think the big 5 matches really delivered. The 2 women's world titles, the 2 men's world titles, and then the men's triple threat match really did a good job with it. Paul Heyman doing the double turn. I was hoping Seth would win the triple threat, but I just didn't think they would give it to him. And I'm glad they did in the way that they did, now that he has aligned himself with Paul Heyman, and maybe they get a new group. You would assume the Bloodline story is over, and the Judgment Day, you assume, would be breaking up now that Dominic has won the IC title and he pinned Finn Balor for it. Was really happy for that, especially with the pop that he got. So now we need a whole new, brand new heel stable, and I think Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins leading that charge. Well, Paul Heyman is just recruiting, and he's with the people who struggle with the mic work a little bit, while Seth is like the leader who does most of the talking. Maybe you do like a little takeover where they're both on Raw and SmackDown. That could be a lot of fun. I just think this causes for a lot of opportunities within it. Don't know what Roman does. I assume he disappears to SummerSlam. CM Punk, I heard he's going to be on the show tonight. We'll be very curious to see. This Raw is going to be really interesting to see on what we do with it. And again, this Mania to me did not feel like a season closer. It felt like a season premiere. This felt like the start. And I think that was just something us as fans need to adjust to. We were just so accustomed to, hey, this is a closer, this is a closer, this is a closer. However, at the end of the day, I think your feelings are valid within that. Because, look, was this 40? No. Was this 39? No. Hell, was this 38? Probably not. I need to rewatch 38 actually, no, I have rewatched 38, and 38 was pretty good. It was a tale of, like, the first 3 matches of night 1 sucked, and after that, night 2, the rest of night 1 and night 2 really kicked off. When Cody comes back out at 38 becomes very, very special to me. But yeah, it's probably the weakest out of the 4 2-night WrestleManias. I'm not going to count the COVID one and the first one post-COVID, because, you know, we just weren't there yet. The 38, 39, 40, and 41 are the true testaments of the 2-night Mania. And this whole notion of, oh, we just need to make Mania one night again. that's just so bad all around. It's just so bad. Because, if we do one night, then it's going to be 8 hours. No, just make it 3 to 4 hours. Then a lot of people are not going to make the card. Like, take this Mania, for example. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight does not make it whatsoever. The triple threat match probably makes it. Drew and Damian are on the bubble. Liv Morgan definitely doesn't make it. Jade and Naomi, that's not making it. And I think, Jade and Naomi deserve to be on Mania. I think Liv Morgan deserved to be on Mania. I don't really like what we did with her. Becky Lynch coming back out, replacing Bayley. I think this is part of the long term. I think it was Becky who attacked Bayley. Becky attacked Bayley. It will all be revealed. We're basically redoing it again, but this time Bayley doesn't know who attacked her. And then Becky will soon turn on Lyra, and then that will be how we get to the IC title program and move forward. But again, it's just one of those cases that we do need to put more investment into our women's storylines, as opposed to just going, hey, we can only put you in title match programs. Jade and Naomi did a great job within that. Let's keep it going moving forward, and again, get some more effort into these to our women's mid-card titles that are brand new. Let's put some damn effort into them. But yeah, overall, again, still, I think Mania still needs to be 2 nights. I think it's best for business. I think it's best for the fans because you want to see all your wrestlers get on the card, and most importantly, it's really good for the wrestlers as well because again, they have more opportunities to get on the card. But yeah, to me, this still felt like WrestleMania. I still liked it once I was able to adjust to, hey, this is more season premiere than it is season finale. It is what it is. And I'm excited to see what we do on Raw tonight and see who debuts and then see how the rest of 2025 is going to go. But yeah, again, I had a good time with it, and I hope you did too. But comment below, let me know your thoughts on this WrestleMania. Leave a like if you made it this far within the review. I do greatly appreciate it. It's going to be a little weird for the next few days, but hey, it is what it is. This is kind of the vibe that I want, though. I love sitting on the patio and talking movies and wrestling. So we'll see how it moves forward. Maybe when I do get my house and I know I can guarantee quietness, maybe this will be the norm moving forward. But yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like if you made it this far. Hit that subscribe button, as I am still trying to grow into my YouTube career. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.